Hey Rejects, welcome to what is hopefully the first of several how-to videos offered by members of the community. The hope is that we can make videos that help break down intimidating barriers for people that want to get into something new related to TCGs. These could be how to start selling on tcgplayer.com to how to ship efficiently and safely to something as simple as how to scan in a collection. Really, it's up to the community and what you all would like to see. In the first video, I wanted to talk about how to set up a SPELLTABLE account and start playing. For those that don't know, SPELLTABLE is a fantastic website that was purchased some time ago by Wizards. It allows people to play paper magic online with a PC and webcam. In the games, you can have private games that require an invite. You could join or start public games. You can give descriptions to your games that help set expectations and power levels. You can also provide a spectators link to others so that they can just watch the games if they're somewhere that they can't play. It really is crazy how much it feels like kitchen table magic, even though it's completely online, other than each individual's own paper cards. There are a couple of things that you'll need to get started. You'll need a PC or a cell phone. You'll need a webcam, some way to mount or secure that camera, speakers, and a microphone. Again, these could be built into your PC or into your webcam. You'll need a WotC or SPELLTABLE account. A Steam account works as well. And your favorite commander deck. Some optional things are you can have a playmat to give your play space a more personalized feel. There's a number of rejects that use the reject playmat from last year and get a lot of compliments on it. You may want a tripod or mic stand to help hold or angle certain things like a lighting rig or an additional microphone or additional webcams. Lighting rings or lighting rigs can help reduce some of the overhead glare from your in-house lights. Glare really hurts the game because most people have their cards sleeved, and that can make it so that SPELLTABLE or other players can't actually see those cards. You may also want to add a second camera, either a cell phone or another webcam that faces you so that you can add your face to the game. It makes it more personalized and feels more of a community when I play that way. Um, that piece will be covered in another video, but in short, you would need a second webcam or cell phone. If you get the cell phone, you would need an app both on the cell phone and your PC. I use Iriun, which is IRIUN. It's free and simple to set up. And then you'll need another mounting stand to have that camera or cell phone face you. And then you would need some sort of streaming software that'll allow you to set up a virtual webcam for SPELLTABLE to use. Getting started is pretty easy. All you need to do is navigate to spelltable.com or spelltable.wizards.com. You can either log in if you already have a WotC login from ordering secret layers or putting in some sort of a troubled ticket for Arena or Magic Online, or you could log in with your Steam account. If you click on Get Started, it'll take you to the Wizards login. Again, you can log in with your Wizards account or your Steam account. If you don't have one of those, you can click Register. And then you would sign up just as you normally would for any other website or program that's online. Once that happens, they will email you a confirmation email. You'll want to confirm, and then you go back to spelltable.com and log in. Once you're logged in, you'll see that there are sort of two sections of the web page here. The top section are your games, and the bottom section are the lobbies that other people have already created. These will tell you both the format and how many players they're looking for, and a quick description of what that game is. Up here, you'll see that I had previously started a game of Commander. I called it Test 1. In this case, I'm going to delete this and start a new game. I'll call it just Test. Here we can select what we want the format to be. I'm going to stay with Commander. You can make this game public or private. Again, I'll keep this private. You can add a description as needed, and then down here, if you scroll down, you can go ahead and create the game. When you create the game, you'll get a screen here that gives you a preview of what your webcam shows. On the left, you can mute your mic or video. You can join now if you'd like, or go back to the lobby. And then the gear on the right-hand side here will open up your configuration inputs. So here you can set up your camera, mic, and speaker sources. And if you wanted to try and use your cell phone as the webcam, you can select here and it'll walk you through that process. At a later date, I'll add another video that walks through that process as well. Since I'm good with all of my setups already, I will go ahead and click Join Now. So once you've started the game, you'll see on the left-hand side here that there's a toolbar. If there isn't, if you scroll that way, it should appear. You can lock this or cause it to hide by clicking the arrow or the lock button. At the top, you'll see that there is the muting your mic or your camera again. You have different page layouts depending on how you would like to play. This is my preference. Below that, you'll have a person with the plus sign. This will give you a link to invite additional players to your game. Below that is the settings button where you can do a number of things, configure your inputs, you can leave a game, reset a game, you can change it to public if somebody's left and you needed to find another player. You can manage players. And what I normally do to start off a game is randomize player order. If there were additional players over here, you would see these screens reorder. There's also the option for in-game coin flips or dice rolls here. When you do these things, you'll see it appear on the screen. And then you can also find them in the game log. Below that, you'll have your keyboard shortcuts. This is just a key that shows you what's pre-configured. You have a link to the FAQ, and then you have an onboarding screen. This will walk you through basic functionalities of the game. And then below that, you have an abbreviation for your name, and it will give you what your specific player name is. And then you can update your profile language. By language, English, Dutch, whatever you need. And then your profile is normally your pronouns, I believe. You also have the option of logging out here. One of the first things that you should do when you start the game is add your commander. So for me, that's going to be Zaxara. As you can see, it adds her here. There would be additional commanders for the additional players, and this is where you can keep track of your commander damage. You can also keep track of infect damage here. As you see, it shows the colors of the commander, and if you highlight over it for any player, it'll show you a picture of what their commander is. Also over here, you can change your life totals as needed. And on a player's board state, you can click a card and have it hopefully appear over on the right-hand side here. Sometimes it doesn't appear right. This can be due to a number of things. Sometimes SPELLTABLE just can't pick them up. Sometimes your camera isn't working correctly, and sometimes it just wants to be difficult. Normally in this case, what I would suggest is maybe moving the cards, trying to change the glare, or see what happens. For some reason, Chaos Wand, it really just doesn't want to pick up whatsoever. In those cases, you can go up here and you could type in Chaos Wand, and it will appear. Again, if you highlight over these cards or any of the cards in the history, it'll give you a larger picture that you can read and remind yourself. If at any time you wanted to look at another player's board state, you can click on their screens and they would appear here. The player with the yellow outline is the active player. And to switch turns, any player needs to hit the space bar. If you accidentally skip to the next person and you didn't mean to, or you skipped over someone, you can just cycle through with the space bar to get back to the active player. The only thing this does is it keeps track of how long each turn is. If you needed to, when some people join, their webcams are not necessarily set up so that everything is right side up. If you need to change that for them, you can come over here to the ellipses and you can flip the video. This only affects your perception or your view of the video, so don't worry about doing that. You can also set people as monarch. They'll get a little crown here, or you can eliminate people. And you can also reset the screen. If you do, it'll kick you out of the game and you can join back in. It may join you by itself, but if you do get kicked out, you can always come back in or use the link that you've previously provided. And from that point, you really go on to just playing Magic as you normally would, doing the things that you want to, and telling the opponents what you're targeting or what you're doing. And when you're done, you would just hit your space bar and it would go to the next player. It really does feel like paper Magic or kitchen table Magic, even though it is online. I highly recommend everybody give it a try. It's pretty easy. You just need a PC with speakers and a microphone, or a webcam that has a microphone included. Um, and it takes about 5 minutes to get set up. It's really not that bad. So hopefully this was informative. I plan on doing a couple more of these, setting up a secondary camera so that you can get your face in the game as well, so that feels a little bit more personalized than just sort of the board state. And then also how to use your cell phone as the primary webcam. We hope to hear some feedback from you all and hope that this is a series that some of you will find helpful and maybe breaking down barriers for you so you can start playing Commander with some of the other rejects. So please feel free to leave a comment. Let me know what you think of this video. Let me know what you would like to see next. And I hope to hear from you all. Thank you so much.